Chapter 22, Ugly Ritual. Radboy sends his regards. Well, now I guess it's time for me to send mine, and directly. But then Michael remembered the report, and as he passed an old barber shop, he saw his reflection in the window, and stopped to think about it a bit while staring into his own eyes in the reflection. What about the report? What about it, huh? What about it? Radboy sends his regards, fucking numbskulls, what about the report? He now felt something inside him that wasn't in accordance with what he was doing. But as he stared a bit more into the man in the mirror, he settled with his resolve and went back on his way. Rompus pompous, I gotta get to Betamax and find how to find Radboy and... But then Michael began to wonder, what if I bump into her again? Part of him was hoping not to see her there, absolutely dreading even, remembering how heart-wrenching it was to see her blow him off that one visit. But another part of him felt like he couldn't deny wanting to be beamish about the possibilities. Even after all these years that had passed, something about what they had, especially now, seemed like it could be still reestablished. No, Michael. No, don't get hopeful over lost causes. Just because you feel it after all these years doesn't mean she will, too. All that shit will do is make you feel desperate and fucking weak again, getting you out of character for some bull. I really don't need it. I don't need it in my life right now. I don't. Or ever. But Michael just couldn't help it. He still felt bright-eyed and longing for possibilities of what if. What if. And as he continued to contemplate over the scenarios of what might turn out, with each ugly result, his face cringed up and his heart sank deeper into his stomach. It began to boil up in its acids. And with that, Michael pulled out a quarter and flipped it. And as he caught it, he placed it on the back of his hand and kept the results from himself. So, heads or tails. And as he tried to slowly pull away his hand, then all of a sudden, Michael's emotions forked into two possible outcomes, feeling blissfully overjoyous or utter heart-wrenching dismay. There were two paths heading in opposite directions, and Michael began to feel like each possibility was like a car chained to each of his arms, pulling away at him. As Michael stared down at his left hand holding on to the results, the quarter then began to take on ominous precedence in his mind. And then it began to scare him. Ah, shit. Twilight Zone shit again. He felt like whatever turnout that quarter had in store for him was going to hold omnipotent sway over Michael's reality of what was to come to be. Wait, what? You gotta be fucking shitting me. It's just a stupid fucking quarter. I'm being superstitious as hell right now. But the more he eyed the possible outcome, the more it eyed him back. And then Michael clenched up the quarter that was on the back of his hand without taking a peek and flung it as far away from him as he could. Fuck, I hate quarters or loose change of any type, thought Michael, as he continued making his way to Big Dick's gym. Stupid fucking quarter, thought Michael again as he emptied his pockets of all loose change he was carrying and then pulled out his rosary and kissed the crucifix thrice.